Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope you had a fantastic week. It's Friday once again, and that means it's time for ye olde weekly beauty chit chat, the video that goes up most Fridays here on my channel, where I share all the fun, frivolous, completely unnecessary beauty products that I was personally loving or obsessing about over the course of the past week. Per usual, I have a little lineup of things to share with you all this week. There are a couple of things that are long discontinued. That doesn't stop me from using them. But I will go ahead and list and link everything that is still available in the description box right below this video. If you want to know where to purchase these things, read up other people's reviews, look a little bit more in depth at ingredient decks, feel free to check the description box out. It's usually a plethora of information. And yeah, you guys, without further ado, let's get into it. How was your week? How did it go with daylight savings? I feel like the older I get, the more difficult daylight savings becomes for me. Losing just that hour of sleep is, man, that's tough. I definitely was dragging ass this week just a little bit. I really wasn't very motivated. I made some poor food choices. I'm not sure you can really blame that on the time change. That's just sometimes I just eat like a dumpster fire type of situation. I didn't feel like working out. It just really kind of affects me worse, I would say, every year that goes by. And I think now at 45, like this was like the hardest week that I think I've experienced in terms of daylight savings. Just so tired, and I hate that. Also, I thought we had done away with daylight savings time. Am I mistaken in saying that? I really feel like the politicians were like, yeah, this isn't necessary anymore, so we're just not gonna like do it, but we're still doing it. So what went wrong? Are there any experts on this particular topic? Please chime in the comments down below about why we're still doing daylight savings time. I would love to know. And then I would like for that to change very soon. It's very hard on my body. Okay, you guys, let's get into it. We're gonna get started with perfume because it is when I'm at my lowest, I really rely heavily on both my personal fragrance as well as my home fragrance to kind of lift my mood. And this week I decided that I wanted to finally review the Sniff Tarte Deco. So I do have an in-depth review of this up on my channel now. I will go ahead and put that in the description box down below as well. But yeah, this particular fragrance, I was really excited to share. It was sent to me as PR by Sniff, so please know that I didn't pay for this particular bottle. All opinions are still my own. I really love a good cherry scent. One of my favorites is definitely the Tom Ford Lost Cherry. I actually only own Lost Cherry in dupe formats from cruelty-free companies. Tom Ford is unfortunately not cruelty-free, but he made a great scent. It is lovely. I love Lost Cherry during the fall and the winter. It feels like a heavier version of this Tarte Deco fragrance. It's so interesting because they share so many similarities between the two fragrances, but I really think of Lost Cherry as more of a fall winter scent. And I'm thinking this one is gonna be much better during the spring and summer. It's like it's lighter, but again, it shares the almost exact same like dark cherry note. But there's a few things that I think are different about this. There's some vanilla in here. This also has rose and jasmine, just like the Lost Cherry does. But I think the addition of maybe that mimosa note in here, it just kind of lightens it up a little bit and makes it more of like a, I would say, spring summer type of cherry scent. Anyway, it's not a medicinal cherry at all, and I really love this one. It has actually been on my list to purchase for a really long time because I had heard that it smelled so similar to Lost Cherry. So I'm so glad to finally like have it in my collection, and it's just beautiful. Also, I need you guys to witness the beautiful, did you see that mist? Did you see it? I love a good sprayer. And this one does a really nice even distribution of the fragrance. Like it doesn't Like, I don't feel like the perfume is like running down my arms afterwards. Like, it just perfectly distributes the product onto my skin. I don't feel like I need to like dab it or anything like that. It's just perfect. It's also the little things of, you know, like the magnet for the cap. Stupid things like that excite me. So anyway, love that. Now I have amped up the vanilla on this one this week just a touch with the addition of, I always say it wrong. I think it's Kaylee. I'm going with Kaylee. I'm going with Kaylee today. This is the Vanilla 28. Now this has darkened quite a bit. I actually did look up, like, did my perfume like go rancid super fast? But this is actually a pretty natural occurrence for this particular fragrance from Kaylee. The vanilla that they use will change color over time. It doesn't mean that the perfume has gone bad, but if your bottle went from kind of a lighter, like amber color to this darker, more almost like, it's almost like a plummy color, that is normal. Your fragrance isn't ruined or anything like that. It actually causes the vanilla to deepen in its scent profile a little bit. So anyway, what I've been doing is putting on the Tarte Deco, and then, ooh, that one has a nice sprayer too, doesn't it? Going over top with the Vanilla 28. I love that sprayer. First of all, I love this one on its own. I think it's a really beautiful vanilla. It has a little bit of like, I don't want to say smokiness, but there's a little bit something different about this particular vanilla. I think there might be tonka bean in here. It might be the tonka that's doing that. Don't quote me on tonka bean being in here, but I feel like that's what I'm smelling. Anyway, these two are fantastic together. They're great just on their own, but listen, if you're looking for a really fun new cherry scent for the spring and summer with some pretty darn good lasting power and overall projection, you gotta check out this Tarte Deco. It is delicious. Also, I wanna let you know the Vanilla Vice did launch at Ulta as well. So if you would much rather purchase your perfumes from Ulta because they're just easier to return, you can go in store and do that. I will say Sniff makes it pretty easy for you to return your fragrances. So yeah, purchase from their website, purchase from Ulta, whatever floats your boat. But the Vanilla Vice did launch there on March 3rd. So if you're interested, pick it up. This to me is quite similar to the 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods. It's so good. But yeah, anyway, love this one too. But this was a big cherry vanilla week for me, and these two definitely, they fit the bill. All right, let's do a couple of hair things. First of all, I thought I didn't have any more of this left, and I was really kind of missing it. So I almost popped into Ulta to pick up one of these, but it had fallen behind my little hair care basket that I have below my bathroom sink where I keep all of my like styling products. This is the Color Wow Dream Filter for Picture Perfect Color Pre-Shampoo Mineral Remover. So my hair is not colored. It hasn't been colored in years. If you're new here, I'm naturally gray. I just went gray very early in life and decided, yeah, I'm tired of trying to cover it up. So this is just what I'm stuck with at this point. It's fine. I mean, I love it. It's more than fine. I love my hair. I realize that gray hair is not for everybody, but I have chosen to embrace mine. And I like to keep it looking really vibrant. And one of the things that I like to use, you know, just every couple weeks is this particular spray. So basically before I get in the shower in the morning, I will spray this all over my hair, saturate my hair pretty well, I would say. I work that into my scalp, and I just leave it in my hair for about 5-10 minutes before hopping in the shower. And then I shampoo and condition as usual. And when I get out, I feel like any styling products that, you know, may have been clinging on, any brassiness or, you know, just any dullness in my hair, it just kind of disappears after using this. Is it an absolute necessity to have this? No, no. I mean, you could also use a really good clarifying shampoo, and in all honesty, I do have the Way Detox shampoo in my shower, and I love that one. I will use that typically once a week, not more than once a week. It's not necessary for me, but sometimes I think this works even better at just kind of removing everything from my hair without then afterwards leaving it like stripped feeling, you know, like my hair doesn't feel like straw. So anyway, I really love this. My friend Susan introduced me to this a couple years ago now, and I've been through a few bottles of it. And I just think it's a really great product. There is actually a new leave-in, I think it's like a heat protectant type product from Color Wow. I need to pick that up because I've heard really good things about that one. And Color Wow, just in general, in terms of like their styling products, I think they're fantastic. So definitely worth checking out. They are available at Ulta now as well. Are they at Sephora too? You can also get this, don't quote me. I'll put it down below. So also another hair item I wanted to share. I actually just picked these up at Fred Meyer the other week. I'm sure you can get them elsewhere as well, but I really like these. I was kind of excited to see that jaw clips or claw clips. Stella and I were arguing about whether it's jaw clips or claw clips. What do you say? Let me know down below. But Fred Meyer had these are from Goody, the brand Goody. They had them available in a 4-pack. And this is like the perfect size for, you know, my 57 strands of hair that I have. I have really fine, thin hair. Like this is all the hair I have. This is it. Like, it's kind of a sad amount. It used to be more, but then, you know, then I became severely anemic and lost all my hair last year. So, but it's regrowing really nicely. I can tell that I actually have a lot more volume on the top of my head right now, just because of all of the new growth coming in. So, yeah, hopefully by the end of this year and after a haircut or two, it'll look a little bit thicker the whole way down. But anyway, back to these. I love these. First of all, I thought the colors were really kind of fun for spring. There's, you know, black, good staple, but I liked these kind of fun springier colors here, a little bit more muted. But this like holds my hair so perfectly. And one thing that I love about these is my hair does not seem to get caught in the little springs here. So when I go to take this out, like it doesn't pull my hair out with it. Okay, why are both of my dogs are here, and oh, I bet she's hungry. I think I have to get dinner ready for her, but we'll do that after this video. She's fine. She's not starving, I promise. But yeah, these have been fantastic, and they hold, you know, my fine, thin hair in place perfectly. And I'm really enjoying the claw clips again. I feel like for a long time, these weren't really like a thing, but I'm seeing them everywhere now. Even Stella wants some claw clips. So funny. All of her girlfriends are wearing them. So she actually sent me a text earlier today, and she was like, can we go to Fred Meyer after school? I want to get some of those clips that you got. I'll pay for them myself. She still has a little bit of leftover birthday money. So yeah, I think these were $5.99. Not bad for 4 of them. So anyway, I'll see if I can link them down below somewhere else. Fred Meyer, by the way, is like I think it's just a Pacific Northwest thing. It's like a grocery store, but you can also buy clothes and shoes and housewares and things like that. I guess maybe like a Target, but there's a little bit more focus on the groceries with Fred Meyer. So I love Fred Meyer. It's one of my favorite stores to go to. All right, let's go in with a couple of skincare items. First of all, I did receive this in PR, so I didn't pay for this, but you guys know that I regularly repurchase the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops on my own. So I was really excited when Glow Recipe sent me this to be able to try, because I've been curious about it. I've seen a lot of other people talking about it. These are the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Hue Drops in the Sun Glow shade. I do want to show you guys just how dark this is, but it really sheers out, and it does give I'm not wearing it today. I'm wearing the regular Niacinamide Dewdrops, but it really does sheer out and gives you like the nicest glow and just a touch of warmth on your skin. like you can see, like there's not a massive difference in terms of color between two. This one here is obviously a little bit more pasty. This one just has like a touch of like a bronzy glow to it, if you will. But man, the dew drops, the hue drops, whatever, the formulation is the same other than, you know, the addition of, you know, the hue to this one. I just love the way that this primes my skin and gets it ready for makeup in the morning. I'm still also using my 20% niacinamide. In fact, oftentimes I will just add a couple of drops of the Paula's Choice 20% niacinamide in with the dew drops, and I work that into my skin. And niacinamide has made such a difference in terms of the overall look of my pores. They look so much more refined than they do normally with the addition of niacinamide. So you don't just want to keep your pores really clean, but you also want to try some niacinamide on them if you have enlarged pores. Start out with like a lower concentration of like 5 to 10%. Some people don't ever need to go beyond 10%, but for me, I found the biggest difference when I started using the 20% niacinamide from Paula's Choice. That being said, I'm also going to pick up the 15% CosRx niacinamide here soon. I've been curious about that one as well. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how the 15% goes, but for me personally, that 20% is, it's the go-to. But this, in terms of like prepping my skin for makeup and the, you know, additional niacinamide, it's just fabulous. I really like that. Do I think that I'm gonna repurchase the Hue Drops myself? Probably not. And part of me kind of wants to save this for the summer because I think it'll make the most sense for me at that point in terms of looking for a little bit more of a glow to my skin. And maybe I'll just keep using the regular drops that I have in the bathroom already. So, but these are great. Listen, if you're looking for a little bit of a glow to your skin, a little bit of like that bronzy hue, I think it's totally worth trying. All right, another skincare item that I just have to give a mad shout out to this week because, as you know, I was just complaining about daylight savings time. I also like felt like I had huge bags underneath my eyes this week. So I keep these are the DRMTLGY brightening eye masks. I keep these in my fridge downstairs. I was putting these on every single morning, and now I can't, okay, sorry. I can't get the thing off. You'll just have to trust me that they're in here. Sorry, the Hue Drops made my skin all slippery, but come on. No? Okay. I'm not going to break a nail for this. These eye masks I keep in the fridge downstairs, and every morning when getting the dogs out for their morning potty break, I'll just pop these on and leave them on, you know, for about 5, 10, usually 15, 20. Who am I kidding? Sometimes it's 15, 20 minutes just because I get going and I forget that I have them on. They stay put pretty well underneath my under eye area. But the fact that I keep them in the fridge and the fact that these have like a brightening effect to them to begin with really helps with making me look a lot more alive in the mornings. And it helps that puffiness so much. Like I don't feel like I'm puffy at all at this point in the day. And I think it's just because, you know, these are nice and cool when I put them on. That helps with depuffing for sure. But I also just like how hydrating these are. I have actually purchased a container of these for my daughter as well because she was going down to the fridge and taking mine. She has a little skincare fridge in her room. I gave her my old one, I just wasn't using it. So she has her own little container of these now, and she uses them pretty regularly too. Stella was born with her dad's like just natural under eye bags. I feel bad for her because she's like, I feel like I always look tired. It's like, put your little things on, you'll be fine. So hopefully that kind of levels out for her because I can see where that would be frustrating. Like just a few mornings that I wake up with puffy under eyes, I'm angry about it, and she just deals with it all the time. That's just Stella's life. Poor thing. But she's adorable, so I mean, she doesn't have too much to complain about. Okay, let's talk some makeup. First of all, I was still using the Tarte Tartelette palette this week. I love this one. I haven't reached for this in a really long time, but I always forget how great this formula is. It's so pigmented. It's super easy to work with. These are all matte, so, and boring, right? Like this is such a boring palette, but I love a good boring palette. This is so easy to get ready with. If I just want to look polished, pretty, I want things to just work together, I just go for something like this and it's perfect. So been loving this, but also since the weather is warming up. It's quite sunny here towards the end of this week. I also busted out this old Marc Jacobs palette. This was the Fantasine palette, and this was like one of the limited edition ones, and oh, so pretty. I've been using these kind of like muted, kind of peachy, pinky peachy shades here. This one here, this one here. I've been using these two as well. I love these. I just love this formula. I will say it's quite powdery. These do get a little messy when I'm using them, but the color payoff is just fantastic. I am so excited for Marc Jacobs Beauty to make a triumphant return in 2025. That is when the line is set to come back. I have no idea if they have reformulated everything, if the packaging is going to be totally different. I imagine they're going to come back with like all new stuff. Although I would love to see them bring back some of the, you know, like old school faves. Like their contour palette was so, do I still have one? I don't think I do. No, I don't. I think I used it up. No, I didn't. Oh my gosh, this one. Do you guys remember this one? I went through so many of these. Look at this. Look at the pan. This is all pan. Obviously, I preferred the contour powder on this side. Before I fell in love with the Kevyn Aucoin, the sculpting powder, this was my go-to for a very long time. This highlighting powder is nice as well, actually, and I should really start using it. But like, I would love to see this come back. How great would that be? This was called the Mirage Filter. Oh my gosh, so good. Marc Jacobs, come back to us and bring some of your old school goodies because I love them. Okay, I have really enjoyed a glowier look to my skin, which if you've been with me for a while, you know that I absolutely hate looking greasy. And just having oily skin, like I just have this natural aversion to shiny anything, but I do like a nice glow. And the way that I get a glow without looking oily or greasy is oftentimes with these Hourglass ambient lighting powders. This is the Ethereal Light, and I just basically take a large fluffy brush like this one right here. This is the BK Beauty 103. So a nice fluffy brush, and I'll just do, you know, a couple dips in here, and then I like, you know, highlight the different areas of my face that I'd like to have a little bit more of a glow with. And it just like brightens my face up so beautifully. I think the fact that, you know, the weather's changing, the sun's coming out, it's just making me feel like I want a little bit more of a softer look to my makeup, maybe not quite as matte. And this allows me to participate in a glowier look without like feeling like I'm just looking like a grease ball, right? So if you've never tried these ambient lighting powders, I know they're really expensive, but one, they last forever, and two, there is no glow quite like the glow of these. They're so good. And I own a lot of these different colors in these different like limited edition palettes that Hourglass comes out with. Like I have a couple more than this. They're so beautiful. They just look so pretty on the skin. And no matter what your skin color or your skin tone is, they have something that is suited for your coloring. So anyway, big fan of this, and I've been reaching for it a little bit more often. And then my last two things I want to mention, I mentioned these last week. I am on a mission to finish these up during the month of March, and I'm getting there. So this is the Bite, this is now a discontinued brand. I think they actually changed to Lip Lab, but like there's like store locations. You can go and make your own custom lipstick. I actually want to do that at some point. But anyway, this was the Yeasayer Plumping Gloss in Guava Puff. I really wish I could get more of this. I love this. This is such a pretty color. Such a gorgeous gloss. I'm wearing it now. I combine it with Buxom Full On Lipstick in Sydney. I'm gonna miss this too. This one I really like. This is as far as it goes. So as you can see, I am almost done with her, but aren't they perfect together? They're like the perfect color match. This is what I've had on my lips all week, and I'm so gonna miss these, but I was really also excited about the idea of finishing a couple of lip products because quite frankly, I have a lot of lipstick products that have probably gone bad from me just not wearing them often enough and just keeping them for too long. So I'm dreading doing a lipstick and lip gloss declutter, but I really need to like do that. So yeah, but before I start throwing things away because they've gone rancid, I figure like these two things have not, and I just need to like finish them because I love them. So that's what I'm doing. All right, thank you for being here. Let me know what you were loving this past week. I appreciate you guys so much. Please subscribe if you're new, give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and I appreciate you all so much for being here. It really means the world to me. So I will see you for some home fragrance stuff this weekend if you're interested in it. Otherwise, check back next week for some more perfume reviews and probably a couple more like skincare type videos, and of course more home fragrance. So all right, you guys, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.